A train wrecked to spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From mint coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 is a tree to show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know.
Good morning, guys. Mega GMs. Hey, welcome to the Swarm Report. We got a fun show today, man. Hey, and like the market's fun right now. It is. Market's fun. Narrative's fun out there. The robots meta's kind of brewing. I'll tell you, I've been saying I'm not so hot on the robots thing. That might have changed today. We might actually spend a little chunk of today talking about robots, which would be a lot of fun. But also, NFTs, are they dead? Are they actually really finally dead? That Ape Fest last week, as awesome as it was, and it was awesome, might have actually been, I don't know, hear me out here. Was Ape Fest a black swan event for NFTs? Might have been. We'll talk about that today too. Got a great guest coming. Some quick GMs. What's up, Choina? Good to see you, man. Hoods is here. Good morning, sir. Cats, great to see you, sir. Reminds me, we got Predict Base coming on Friday. So we'll run back last Friday. We'll do that. Actually, we got 2 days in a row of I care. Don't you dare, bro. I care. Plenty of people. We care. We care about NFTs. Probably, the problem is not enough. I'll always care about NFTs. It's looking really cool right now. Now, we got some stuff to be watching for in the market today. So let's quickly jump to that. Again, we do have a guest today. We have, hang on, layouts, just change my layouts a little bit. Boom. We have Tatum coming on the show here in about 30 minutes. Can't wait. Excited to get different builders on this show outside of the virtuals ecosystem. But they're I called them a one-stop shop for all your developer needs, APIs, RPC nodes. Pretty incredible. It's really impressive stuff. Look, like I say, more and more on this show. I'm not a dev and I'm not so techie. I think I'm gonna have some backup today for this conversation. Guys, have we had Pasquin on this show before? I hope you've maybe met him. Have you guys met Pasquin from CryptoSlam? I don't think he's been on the show yet. If not, we'll have his first appearance today. I'm pretty sure he's not been on the show, but Pasquin probably going to make it on the show as well. It's just time for you to start meeting more of the CryptoSlam team here. But we've been working with Tatum for a while, a new partnership, getting our data in their ecosystem. Pretty spicy. Really excited to get them here on the show and diving into their whole world. I need to tweet this show out, so I'll get to that in a minute. But again, coming up in, let's say, 25 minutes, we got those boys coming on. Make sure you're following SlamAI_XYZ. Hope you can tell, but we're starting to ramp up the conversation. We're starting to talk about the products more. It's ready. The product's ready. We're ready. And it's go time, man. Also follow CryptoSlam.io over on X. Put out a new thread talking about our blockchain endpoints. Awesome stuff, man. And also, if you're a builder, you want to tap into our data, access to wallet DNA, and more through the Slam terminal. Join us in Slam Nation. Get you credits to our APIs. Get in here, start building. We'll support you. In fact, we're really going to support you. We've got all of our devs and the builders from outside of our ecosystem all in one place. Kind of like a support desk for builders, which is pretty cool. I'll drop this in the chat. But again, if you're a builder, if you know people who are building, send them this. Let's get them in Slam Nation. Okay. We're starting to hear talk. Let's get to the market. We do usual with our guests. We got to move kind of quickly here. China-U.S. trade wars talks heating back up in a good way. So our updates over the weekend was tariffs paused and the controls on these rare earth exports paused for 12 months. And we spent enough time talking about it. I don't think any of us feel that that's long lasting, but yeah, today more conversation. It's all good stuff. More conversation about it, and actually something tangible. That's what I'm waiting for more than words. It's do we see something that actually affects the market? And today we kind of did. Okay, so a lot of talk about China and well, I'll tell you. Let's go right to what matters here. China, money where their mouth is, purchasing 180,000 tons of soybeans. That's the movement we're looking for. That's it. That's the stuff that I think brings confidence back. It's not the talks. It's not a 12-month pause. That doesn't do anything. Well, I say that and it did. Market bounced back after that. Good morning, man. But we needed something like that. We needed to see that, like in good faith, like something is happening. Boom, there it is. It's honestly huge for the space. Really, really good. Now we need that. And do we need crime back? Do we kind of need crime back? I don't know. CZ pardon last week. You can make a case that that's good for crypto. Probably is. Probably going to get kind of silly fun when we get back to that special place. I still think we're going there. I believe we're going there. But you know what I'd like to see? I shouldn't say I like to see the crime. I don't. I do like to see crypto putting up a fight. How about that? I like seeing that. I like seeing crypto fight back. Elizabeth Warren talking about CZ. CZ firing back. And what is she saying? She's saying he pleaded guilty to criminal money laundering. And then he financed Trump's stablecoin, which this is where she's incorrect. He was not with Binance when they had anything to do with that stablecoin, I believe. Lobbied for a pardon. He got it. CZ telling her to retract the statement, the false statements, or he's going to file a defamation suit. I love that. I love it. I love it. That's good for us. It's, again, just showing that crypto and the builders here got that fight to them. I love it. Anyway, we'll see. Today, FOMC, I believe 1. Check me on this, guys. 1 p.m. Eastern time. Let's just say early afternoon. FOMC, rate cuts, almost definitely coming, right? 25 basis point cut, almost definitely coming. No cut, we're doomed. Like for the short term, yeah, like wrecked. 50 basis point cut, game on. Like game on. It's not happening, but 50 basis point cut, game on. It could happen. So right now, market just waiting, and most people are not going to get into trades ahead unless we know. Go to Polymarket, go to Predict Base. Let's see if people know. Bro, I feel that more and more. Actually, the whole separate conversation, but here in the States with the snap thing, right? Awful. And it just gets me thinking about that more and more. Like, again, whole other conversation. Anyway, Bitcoin looking all right now, 113. ETH still hanging on to 4K just barely. Just barely, man. Ripple 265. Solana 198. Again, market looking all right. ETFs were kind of spicy yesterday. God, I can't wait to get to the Bored Ape chat. But ETFs looking spicy. 202 million inflows. That's the Bitcoin ETFs over on the ETH side. I have a feeling ETH looked all right. Yeah, 246 million inflows. Solana, I think, did some big numbers yesterday. Yeah, there we go. 69 million inflows. That puts the Solana ETFs. Well, okay. That might be the biggest day inflows in the Solana ETFs. She's awful, Choina, right? She's awful. Elizabeth Warren, like awful. She's like one of those career politicians that just plays the game, dude. You can tell those people. You can tell. Like, just plays the game. Like, does not care about like misinformation or lying. It's like if it furthers like her cause, if it furthers like her career, like then she does it. She's as dirty as they come. Warren lost her battle against crypto. Yeah, dude. 1 in 5 voters in swing states now vote with crypto as first issue. I love that, dude. Brian Armstrong's the best thing we got in this industry right now. Yep. She is. She is crazy. She is. There you go. Sovereign nailed it. Good to see you, man. By the way, I got your message, and we'll get into that report probably tomorrow. But yeah, spicy for virtual, spicy for Pretty. Yeah, dude, she is. Oh, dude, I need to tweet this stream. Hang on. Who wants to be my official helper here? I need a helper. Okay. Apologies, dudes. Whatever. You're good with this being a little casual, right? But yeah, there we go. Again, Sovereign nailed it. Bitwise launched their Solana ETF yesterday, set a record. Pretty damn awesome. Record for the best day of volume in a new ETF this year in 2025. I didn't realize how many launch in a year, but 850 new ETFs this year. The Bitwise Solana ETF new record. Pretty awesome. Okay. Pause there. We get the tweet out. Dude, you know what I just realized? I could schedule the tweet. I could. That's probably smarter to do. Probably like 5 minutes in, I should schedule a tweet to go out. It's a good plan. All right. Hang on here. All right, almost there. I'm so tempted to play the robot video for like 10 minutes. It got me excited. Okay, boom. Did it. Anyway, a flood of ETFs coming to market soon too. Tons, dozens more, and they're all come at once. Pangu, Trump, more of the crypto majors too. A lot of the altcoins. We're going to see a ton of ETFs that have been delayed really throughout. I mean, the summer here. They're coming. What does it do for price too? That's what I'm curious. Okay, gonna drop tweet in the chat here. Dude, kind of funny in Solana. Kind of funny in Solana right now. It just is. Like, it's meme coins not looking great. Although the past few days looking a little better, but funny in Solana, meme coins, there's a story of Solana founders like kind of shitting on a project that was pitching to them during a live stream after they paid $40,000 to get the opportunity to pitch. It's kind of funny out there. Not funny, that story. Western Union coming to Solana. Bad for Ripple. Maybe actually, was it bad for Ripple, that announcement? No. But in theory. I'm so curious how the Ripple saga plays out. I am. All right, quick check-in with the Mega ETH pre-sale. Let's do that real quick because I believe that comes to an end. Is it today? I believe that ends today. Well, okay, tomorrow technically. 24 hours left to get in on the Mega ETH sale. Dude, it's a monster freaking sale. What are we up to now? $760 million committed to that pre-sale. $15 billion FTV. Massive. I don't know if we're talking about like a record-setting pre-sale here. Need to do some digging and see where that puts it compared to some others, but massive pre-sale. It's gonna be a big hot launch. I'll be buying, once that hits the market, once that hits mainnet. That's a pretty spicy ecosystem. Quick prediction market updates. Predict base looking pretty damn good already too. I think 100,000 in volume since live odds. I think I saw that right. Polymarket US going to launch within a few weeks, focusing on sports. Spicy. Talking about crime, we need a whole segment for this too, but I need to check that. Actually, well, yeah. I've touched, no, I don't think I've even mentioned Monad on the timeline. but I haven't. Hope some of you boys cooked there. But Donald Trump launching a prediction market with crypto.com. Predict truth. Or truth predict, whatever. Whatever, dude. We're going to get an infinite number of these things. And I'm sure they're going to crime that one. Interesting. MetaMask farming is now live. MetaMask Rewards Season 1. Tons of fun about this. Look, this doesn't help the NFT side because how many guys do we know that are here right now that, man, we pushed a lot of volume last cycle. A lot, right? A lot of volume. And some of us are hoping for let's get back to rewarding the users. And OpenSea didn't do it. We were hoping they would do it, but OpenSea didn't do it. And we were hoping MetaMask now comes around and does it the right way, and they didn't, man. We got the details here. It's 30 million in rewards, which is pretty damn spicy. It's double what OpenSea was doing for Season 1. But look, your historical trading volume, whatever, does matter. But you got to continue to use the wallet. And it matters to a degree. You're capped with your rewards. So if you traded or swapped, I believe it's over $1,200 or $1,250, you're top tier. I believe that gets you max points, which is 50,000 points, which is the cap for like legacy trades, historical trades. Community's pissed. I don't blame them too. Again, I know everybody wants a payday. I think that's silly too. I don't know if there's a perfect way to do this. I don't think you can ever meet traders' expectations. But community's pissed. A guy like Pranksy, I get too. Millions that guy has pushed through MetaMask. And the reward for him is going to be the same as my reward. I wasn't pushing millions, I'll tell you that. But also the same as somebody who swapped what, $2,000, $1,500. And I think the bigger problem is more that it's a whole season of farming. It's like that gets you points, and if you want to grow from there, you got to go and keep swapping and trading, and you have to keep using the app. And by the way, I mean app. You can't use your browser extension yet. You have to download the mobile wallet, and you got to swap there. I don't use the mobile wallet. I think I've got it downloaded. I don't think I've even imported my wallet because I don't like doing stuff mobile. I don't know why. I feel like it's less secure. Here I have control. I don't feel like I have the same kind of control on my phone, which is silly, but I don't do this stuff on my phone at all. I don't trade. I don't swap. I don't do any of this stuff on my phone. So they're getting a lot of heat for this thing. Right or wrong? Well, question, guys, is it right or wrong? Do they deserve the blowback for this? They're giving $30 million away. Now, that said, I think there's 500,000 people eligible for this. So it's like, it's a pretty little reward. And Choina, I'm right there, dude. I don't farm anymore. I don't farm anything. I don't know. For the effort you put in, the reward isn't really there. It's not worth it. I'd rather get rewarded in the mania period when it's free. You don't have to do anything and you get rewards. Or I'd rather just save my money and I'd rather save my money and just roll the dice on some meme coins. Right. And I'll tell you this, everybody's big misstep, and this is OpenSea and it's MetaMask, it's anybody doing rewards. And it's like we used to talk about with virtuals, dial your rewards in favor of the platform users, and they'll stick around. You just need to take a little less for yourself. Dial it in their favor, and they're yours. And they just can't seem to get that dial right. Virtuals had it for a while. In fact, virtuals really did have it with Genesis. In a way, I'm kind of bummed with Unicorn. I mean, it's too early in Unicorn. But looking at what's going on with VPay right now, I'm like, dude, that worked. Genesis kind of worked. It wasn't perfect, but it kind of worked. I was looking at my VPay bag. I put in, I think I tweeted, I put $40 in. I think I put $20 in. And I think this morning it hit 1,200. It kind of worked. And it kind of forced you to hold. Buy these things, let it sit and marinate, let these teams cook for some months, and there we go. Oh, dude, awesome. I need to peek at that. 402 Solana Hackathon. I like that. All right, let's keep moving. I got to get the timing better here. Again. Well, okay, quick feedback from you guys. I know it's early with the new kind of format, it's just a little tweak, but instead of having the interviews for the whole show, it's 30 minutes of this and then 30 minutes with the guest. Do you think that works, guys? I feel rushed cramming market stuff in. So either I got to shorten the market stuff, or go back to the hour interview. I don't know yet. It's probably too early to change back to anything, but yeah, give me some feedback, guys. 30 and 30 works or doesn't? I guess we've only had 2 days of interviews. with the 30-30 thing. I need to make that switch there, Choina. All right, quickly onto the AI market. Virtual's looking spicy, dude. Virtual's looking really good right now. I'm really happy for you guys who have been in and held and had the conviction, and man, just looking great. Virtual back up to almost a mil market cap. Excuse me, a bill. Looking great though. Quickly, our top agents, Tibber over 400 mil. I'm so glad USDT is gone. I'm so glad they wiped it. I'm telling you guys, it makes me think the cookie team isn't building. That USDT was on here for months. That 7 bill market cap. I don't know. Okay, Tibber followed by AIC, Fartcoin, Toshi, IRC. On the infra side, there's our virtual FET, DCAI, UB, and IOTX. And then in DeFi, I'll keep saying it, I think you're going to see some of the splashy stuff show up here. It's Venice, Banker, AI Tech, Ake, and Cortex, and then Mindshare. It feels good getting back to this and just reviewing. We haven't done this in a minute. But Mindshare, it's virtual on top. Elsa AI, still no TGE yet. Cookie Banker, and Clanker. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Is that real? Is AI XBT under 80 mil? Wow. Okay, let me double check Fartcoin. I kind of lost touch with this stuff for a few days. Where's Fart? Okay, 378. Okay, wow. Okay, over on virtuals, we had Jeff CEO launch. How's that looking? Let's peek at Jeff CEO. 5 mil FTV last I saw. Almost at 6 now. Yeah, I think Jeff CEO is officially the most successful unicorn launch, I think. Let me double check ATM. I think it is. GG's to those guys. I really do. I like that team. Product sounded cool, like really cool. But like I said the other day, I didn't totally understand it. I want to do over with that. I want to do over with them. I want to really wrap my head around it. Looking good. It's virtual season again. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I think it's virtual season again. VPay on fire, 22 mil FTV. VPay is going to 100. I think VPay is going to 100. Aristotle's at 64, almost 65 mil. Man, oh man. Oh, dude, that's incredible, cats. CEO airdrop. Remember, staking your virtual gets you V virtual, gets you 2% of every unicorn launch goes to stakers. $200 for an airdrop. Funny enough, cats, right? I don't have much staked, right? I don't trade much. I keep up with it. I don't trade much. But I was looking through my airdrops and just like, what's stuff worth? It's not bad considering how little I had put in, right? I went through my airdrops today. I claimed some. I claimed anything worth anything, but tons of them that are worth like $2, $5, whatever, $7, right? I'm like, that's not so bad. All in all, I would bet you I'm even with what I staked, plus all the airdrops that we've gotten, right? Since Genesis, but I bet you I'm even there. So thesis playing out. It's not, retiring me or anything, but it's pretty good. We'll take it. Virtual now listed on OKX. Dude. Yeah, Cats is going to eat there. But yes, VPay, Arbish Chirps campaign, as of yesterday, was worth 150 grand. Today, it's got to be like 175. It's a massive airdrop. I think VPay is going to end up being one of the biggest wins on virtuals here. Incredible. I like those guys a lot. I really do. Heard them on a Spaces this morning too. They had 1,500 people tuned in. I kind of wonder if it was botted a bit, not by VPay, but by, their host. I was just wondering. Some of the numbers look kind of iffy to me, but whatever. Look good. It looked good. But yeah, that looks good too. OKX listing virtual. Love it. Also, virtuals, what? Is it going multi-chain? At least Butler usage, multi-chain? kind of dig that. Yeah, at least teasing some kind of Hyperliquid integration. You have agents that play in the Hyperliquid ecosystem, but yeah, trades coming through. Virtual's Butler. Very much digging that. And then some updates to Butler coming soon. I'm circling that. Actually, these two right here. Actually, you know what? These three. Also, Mute Swap. Pay attention to Mute Swap. That's starting to cook too. I believe Mute Swap FDV is up over like 10 mil, 12 mil. But I think Mute Swap you're going to see cook. I think Mute Swap's going to be powering these multi-chain swaps, leaning into the privacy meta too. I think Mute Swap's looking like a gem right now. Would love a big old bag of that. But also perp trading and prediction markets. So we're talking predict base. You'll be doing it through Butler. Agents will be trading too. Agents will be creating markets and taking positions in those markets soon too. Really, Virtual's looking spicy right now. I like it. All right, we're going to come back to that. No, actually, we're not, because we're going to have Tatum on in a minute here. But let's look at the NFT market real quick. Big Bored Ape sale. Man, I would love to get into that now. We're not going to have time, but oh boy, those NFTs. Anyway, well, whatever. $360,000 Bored Ape sale. Did that seller take a loss? Let me see. No, actually, no. At least any sales on a marketplace here? No. $360,000 beautiful gold skin Bored Ape sale. We'll take it. Yeah, I wanted to do a big old conversation about NFT prices. And again, what was last week was Ape Fest, the Black Swan event. Our NFTs over. Look at all these awesome partnerships out there, and we're at multi-year lows for these floor prices. Bored Apes hit 6.3 yesterday. 6.3 ETH. And even Doodles and Pudgy still, all these great partnerships, and it's not doing anything for the floors, nor should it, by the way. It shouldn't. Like I talked about it yesterday too. It's not a reflection of like what is the NFT worth. It's like are traders liquid? Are traders winning? It's a lot of people just dunking on NFTs right now, and it's not. You shouldn't be dunking on these projects. These boys are cooking. Doodles, though, we're getting a little, I guess, insight into that partnership they have with Universal Monsters. Telegram stickers, guys, coming to Telegram. Not going to move the needle either. But you know what? It turns out I think we saw this yesterday too. That's exactly what the Pudgy Penguins Kung Fu Panda collab is too. It's Telegram stickers. Look, I like it. Also, it's not going to pump your bags, right? It's not gonna. All right, hang on. Let me make sure the boys that are joining have a link to the stream. Let's see. Shiv, I see you there, buddy. Get you up in just a minute. All right, 1 minute, guys. But hey, here's the talk. Here's the talk on X about Bored Apes and about NFTs. And like right now, there's almost no NFT that's safe from like the bloodbath right now. It's not pretty, man. We could look at floors you've probably seen. It's not pretty. All right, let's get Pasquin a link here too. I'm excited for this. But that said, again, Yuga's cooking. Yeah, so Crypto Spaces. I'm excited for the Doodles AI thing. When they're ready to roll that out, they're coming on the show, right? I've been talking to them for months. They just are not ready to talk Doodles AI yet, but we'll have them on when it's time. But we got some details about the other side Amazon collab, right? The Voyager limited edition avatars. Basically 2K supply, not bad. $65. Cool. Snoop Dogg Bored Ape collab was also avatars. Actually, do those sell out? But everybody, dude, everybody talk about this floor thing, and it's silly. We're going to talk about it later today. Got another stream coming up, and we'll talk. We'll put more time into the NFT thing for sure. Last comment about NFTs. Magic Eden NFT packs. Well, I should say packs that have NFTs in them, also different packs that have Pokemon cards. Actually, those are cooking. That is their direction here going forward. It is. They're telling us that's the direction. 100,000 packs ripped, 12 million in sales, and it's only been a week. more sales than all the NFT sales on their marketplace in the past week. Crazy. That's their direction they're going. Spicy stuff. All right. Let's get this set up proper. But yeah, very, very excited for this. Tatum joining. Man, I feel like we've been cooking with those guys for a long while now in a different way too, which is pretty awesome. Shiv, give me a thumbs up when you're ready, man. And then we'll get Pasquin up. All right, let's see. I'm going to wait for the signal. There we go. Okay, boom. Boom. Dude, welcome to the show.
Hey, Hudah. Hey, everyone.
How are you, man?
Doing good. How's you?
Dude, I'm good here too. Hang on. There we go. That's better. Better layout. It's nice to meet you. This is our first time meeting. I think you've worked with our team, known our team for, well, actually, how long? It's more than months? Are we talking years at this point?
Yes, I think it's been more than a year at this point. Like, we have been working with CryptoSlam, so
that's cool.
That's been a fun journey.
Here, I'm going to get Pasquin's ready. So I'm going to get him the link. We've never had him on the show. We've never had you guys on the show. This is awesome. This is special. But yeah, like, so I was mentioning before you hopped in, I'm the least technical person on the team by like, it's not even close. But I always hear your guys' name. It's why I'm like, I know we've been working with you guys. A little different now. We'll get into that in a minute here too. But yeah, it's a treat to get to have you on the show and chat with you. All right. Pasquin's got the link. Why don't we start with, while he's getting joined up, would you mind introducing yourself and just tell the people what Tatum is?
For sure. So, hey everyone, I'm Shiv. I'm product manager here at Tatum for the data products. I'll just quickly give you a quick introduction of what Tatum does. Tatum is, as I think you were saying in the start of the stream, like one-stop shop for the devs to find all the infra and tooling that they would need to build their apps. So starting from the RPC nodes or RPC gateways, as we call it now, which is something that we are working very closely with CryptoSlam as well, and having index data products, like fetching all the wallet insights, like balances, transactions that people have done, or on-chain alerts. Let's say when you do any transaction on-chain, you get a webhook or some things like that, right? So from all the read side of the products to all the write side of the products, like creating wallets, doing transactions, making sure those are MEV protected. These are some things that we offer to all the builders. And yeah, I mean, if you're a builder, you can onboard your user with Tatum suite of tools, do all your platform interaction powered by Tatum for your user. And yeah, you can build this cross-chain with our easy abstracted APIs.
So like when I was digging into, all the services you offered. And so I put out that, kind of comment. I'm like, it's a one-stop shop. And I'm like, I don't know if that was the best way to put it, but I'm like, I think it is. Like, I saw how many products you offer. I'm like, dude, it feels like a developer and a different size developer too. You can have, and I think we see on the screen, like a Binance come and use some of the services, but you can have like a little one-off dev that comes and gets like everything they need to build out an app or whatever service they're working on, like really comprehensive. What do you have both types of builders again, like the Binance, but do you also have like the smaller like solo dev that comes and taps into your tools?
Exactly. There's like quite a lot of individual devs who are building out, let's say, their projects, or maybe they're doing a hackathon project, or maybe they're starting up a new venture or something like that. They often use us as well. And as big as customers as you already see, Binance, LimeWire, Zengo, and even big names like Chainalysis and I guess TRM Labs, and all of these customers use us as well. So the range of users is, I guess, very diverse. We have just solo devs as well to this full big enterprises. Even the range in use cases is a lot wider. So we have people who are doing these analytical engines, like let's say building malicious or maybe like auditing related APIs and stuff like that. Even CryptoSlam using our nodes to build this really amazing APIs, like finding the newest tokens, latest tokens, and wallet DNA product, which is super cool as well, to find all the trades that a wallet has done and scoring it based on that stuff. So we have these analytical customers. We have these wallet customers like Zengo, Multiverse X, who are building like a wallet experience. We have these gaming / prediction market customers as well. So not just in terms of like the team, but also the use cases, like pretty diverse, which we often see for our Tatum users.
Cool. Probably because of that like big variety you offer. you kind of have like your finger on the pulse of the industry in a different way. So like we're all the degens and we get an idea because we're looking at like where's the money moving, right? And we're like, okay, well, this sector's hot and everybody on the timeline's talking about this, but you get to see kind of early, like what are people building? You know what I mean? So you just come at it from a different angle, which is cool. Have you seen that change like over cycles? Because you guys have been around for a while too. I think 2018, since 2018.
Yep.
Yeah. So do you actually witness it like that? You're like, well, it's prediction market meta, and you're feeling everybody like the people requesting access to the tools. It's prediction markets they're building. It's probably in that AI direction now too, right?
Definitely, I think we see that trend as well. Lately, I think it has been a lot more around stable coins, and we have got quite a lot of interest from the banks and companies like Big Four as well, who are trying to kind of get this on-chain data and build this TradFi bridge and stuff, right? So we definitely see the change in trend in terms of the industry. We even like see that in terms of the chain. So lately, we have seen quite a lot of adoption on BSC again, on Base, on Polygon, interestingly, and Arbitrum and stuff like that. So it's definitely nice to see that happening from a developer's perspective or builder's perspective.
Yeah, dude, I've started to feel the Polygon thing bubbling up, and I don't know why. I'm happy to see it, but I started definitely hearing more noise about Polygon on the timeline. So that's interesting too. If you were to pick like the one area you're seeing the most building around right now, what would it be?
I think like in terms of value to the industry, I would say lately it has been a lot around stable coins. A lot of banks have been showing their interest in offering these stable coin related products to their customers. So that would be the number one I would put right now.
Interesting. Okay. And we got like this. So we know banks are coming. We have this like neobank meta bubbling up here too. There's so much common. It's like which is exciting. It's hard to keep up with it all, but yeah, the banking thing's interesting here. All right, let me get Pasquin up on stage. It's a treat, man. We've not had. Well, you guys have met Scott before.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think who you guys and okay, we've had Randy on the show a couple times. I think we had Brian on the show once. Pasquin, it's your first time here, I think, right, buddy?
Yeah, I'm a Swarm Report virgin, so happy to be here. Happy to finally be here and out of the chat.
There we go.
Good morning, guys.
There we go. All right, guys. Well, here's our buddy Pasquin. Okay, I'm bad with titles, man. Head of product?
Head of blockchains, but we've been here so long, it's just a Swiss Army knife. Whatever needs to be done, I'm gonna try my best to be involved.
It's like it's the startup life still, right? Like when I don't know anybody's title because it can change every other day. But But there we go. Head of blockchain. But well, I'm glad you're here because, okay, like I said, probably the fifth time now. Like I'm not the tech guy, I'm not the dev. I don't know. Right? It's better to have you here because you and Shiv, I think, can get into an interesting conversation about like the products they have, how we're utilizing them, what we're doing together. Maybe guys, and either of you can start with from the product perspective, what it is that we're building together. We can kind of branch out from there.
Shiv, so I was listening in a bit. So if you don't mind, I'd like to hop in a bit. Just I think you guys have primed it up pretty well. I've known Tatum, Shiv, and Michael, Skelly, the team, for about 3, almost 4 years now. We had a huge issue with RPC service revision with our indexer and just trying to find the right source. Like we found Tatum amongst the as a diamond in the rough, and we've been working through a partnership, like you said, for 3 years, even in the midst of, let's say, issues that have been like global level. The level of support, the level of expertise that they've been able to extend to us has been second to none from my experience. So really, really happy that we've been able to get to this point with the partnership. There's a lot of potential. It's been a level of respect between both companies in what we've both been trying to do, us indexing everything on chain and Tatum providing pretty much a developer platform on how to build faster products using on-chain data. So there was always a great marriage, and it took us a while, a few months of actual concerted conversation, but really, really happy where we ended up, where we actually exposed our wallet DNA, wallet reputation metrics to your ecosystem through endpoints that's now on your dashboard. I just have a lot of great things that I expect to happen from it, especially as we talk more about Slam Nation, get things involved, get that developer group going, and get the support out there. I just really think there's a lot of great things coming up with what we've launched and what's up and coming with the newer endpoints and MCP tools that we're working on right now. There's a lot of great potential.
Dig it. So, Pasquin, it's our wallet DNA is now available on Tatum. Is that what we're looking at?
Correct. So we have wallet DNA exposed to multiple aspects. We have a trades DNA, token trades. So essentially token swaps with DNA elements like epoch and mass actually now available in that API call per transaction. So you can see the impact from a wallet DNA, wallet profile perspective at the transaction level for a token. Very, very few opportunities out there that provide that type of data. That's one of about, I think, 8 or 9 endpoints that we have now live through Tatum Shiv.
Yep, exactly. And you guys can try that in the documentation as well. So if you just go to docs.tatum.io, good.
Pulling that up. Okay.
Exactly. If you go to the API reference, yeah, you can check in the wallet API there. That's like one of my favorite endpoints, the wallet DNA endpoint. Like you have their wallet API, right?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, this one. We have the wallet DNA right here, I guess, the wallet reputation.
Right.
Interesting.
And that will be a second API from what I mentioned earlier. This would be just about getting the wallet reputation information for a specific wallet or a batch of wallets.
Exactly. So you can click on that wallet reputation endpoint, I guess. Get wallet reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Exactly. So people can see all the documentation here on how to like potentially integrate this in their application, and yeah, even try the API here, see how it looks like, and use this in their apps.
Really cool. Okay, so I'm starting to piece things together. It's cool because so we talked to a lot of projects and builders here who they struggle with getting their tools out there, right? Finding those customers to use their tools, and so you guys become a second place that people can, if I'm understanding it right, have their tools integrated into their system, expose it to more customers, right?
So I think maybe I can just fully circle this relationship, right? Like how I think it starts is like, let's say Tatum, as we have our core expertise actually in RPC gateways. Like Pasquin can talk about it later as well, but it's something that we kind of champion a lot, and there's a lot of improvements that we have done to our RPC offerings, and increases the latency, it decreases the latencies actually. So nodes are a lot more faster, the RPC gateways are a lot more faster, and they're very much more reliable, right? So with these types of nodes, like CryptoSlam indexes all the on-chain data, right? We have our own data API offerings as well, but you guys have these specialized APIs, which is to get, let's say, the trending tokens, getting the wallet's reputation and stuff like that. So with our gateway expertise and your index data expertise, like we get, let's say, these specialized APIs, right? And now since we already have, let's say, a big kind of like end-to-end circle, which we discussed in the start here, right? Like onboarding a user, getting all their data, doing transactions, and having it MEV protected and all that kind of stuff. Since it's an end-to-end circle, it's a very sweet, like cherry on cake to add these kinds of new exciting offerings as well, right? So that's what motivates us, I guess, with Pascal to probably have this co-offered APIs here, because at the end, it's mainly about the user, right? The user should have all the things that they would need to build their apps in the best way. And I think since there's a lot of trading use case and like kind of like these, what we call that, like meme coin trading and kind of like prediction of tokens and those kinds of use cases, these endpoints are super cool as well, right? Like finding the best wallets, finding the degen wallets, making sure you analyze their trades well with these kinds of APIs, finding the best trending tokens. So I think it's like a perfect match with a full circle.
That's so cool. This is kind of like half off topic, but Pascal, you were talking earlier about like more global issues that we've had in the past, right? Okay, so I was just scrolling and I found that big old AWS outage last week wrecked most of the space, and I think it helped people understand the space a little more and how reliant we are on Web2 services we are. But I saw that Tatum was crushing it last week. Did the AWS outage impact you guys at all?
Not at all. The reason, I guess, is like we are not fully reliant on just one infra piece, right? As I told you, we have this very nice gateway which kind of works in a way that we always have nodes deployed in different regions. We also run our own nodes on the bare metals and stuff like that. So we always have some backups, and our gateway is super smart to figure out where to go to get your RPC request served, right? So this didn't affect us at all.
So it's like, is it like kind of like redundancy, having so many different kind of data sets that are baked in here now?
Exactly, kind of like that.
Yeah, super interesting. You guys do a lot too. Like it even goes, and we'll come back to the tech side, but it goes beyond the tech. So like I mentioned, projects are looking for ways to reach new customers, and they can do that through you. I also saw you have like blog posts. You guys have a YouTube, so you're great on the marketing too. I was actually surprised how often you guys tweet. You're really good about that. Do you have a whole like marketing team department?
Exactly. We have a marketing team with, I guess, Ted. Shout out to him. He's the person who is handling of our Twitter and stuff like that. We also have Mantas, who is our head of marketing, and he's also writing quite a lot of blogs. And we are together doing the videos. I guess if you would check on the YouTube, you would often find me and quite a lot of other people as well. So it's like a team effort. Yeah, I think love the marketing team, I guess.
Yeah, I need to pull that back up. I want to make sure people see it because it's great. Like some of this stuff, there's a lot of people like me out there. They're techie enough where they get this stuff, right? And comfortable trading and playing in the ecosystem, but not so techie. Like some of this stuff, they got to spend that time in research. And you guys having that channel is super, super cool. I'm going to put that on screen, or I'm going to drop it in the chat for people here.
Exactly.
Shoot, I'll find it after, I guess, because I closed my tab with it open. I'll come back to that. How many people on your team?
So we are roughly 50, 55 people at this point. Yeah, quite a lot of those in the product and engineering trying to build the best infra and tooling, I guess, for the people.
I see. Okay.
We are all global as well, by the way. So our main engineering headquarters is, I guess, in Czech Republic, in Brno. But we have people in India, in US, and lots of places in Vietnam and all these places.
Yeah, how great is that for redundancy too, right? You know, we kind of have the same setup too, but it's exactly right. It's I would almost say you need to look for that in a team at this point too. You can be I was just chatting with a team yesterday who was talking about exactly that, right? They have like this big chunk of hours during the day where they know they just can't get stuff done. You don't have that with a global team, right? You don't have that problem at all.
Exactly, and I think Paskin can probably vouch for it as well. Like I think, as with our support as well, we are there 24/7, I guess, for any one of our customers, I guess. So
yeah, I recommend Tatum for support, if nothing else. Shout out to Nestor. Every post that I post in the Slack group, I'd say within minutes. He's already investigated and is working on next steps. Like, from a support, customer success perspective, RPC service division, I've not had a better experience than I've had at Tatum. And this is now 5 years working in the industry.
Yeah. How do you guys stay so up on things, right? We have that big Ethereum upgrade, I think, coming in December. Is that Fusaka? Have I got that right? I think that's it. Okay. Yeah. How do you guys stay like up on that, ready to support it? You know, I don't know if that involves upgrading any of your systems for it, but I saw you already have integrated, I don't know if it's RPC nodes for Hyper EVM. You have that. You have Zcash. Like, how are you on everything so quickly?
Yeah, so as I shared, right, like we have a team of 55 people and we have a pretty nice infrastructure team. Kudos to them as well, who is always like, we have these automations, by the way. We are constantly looking out for any new community post, or let's say a new GitHub pull request or something like that about a new upgrade and stuff like that. So we are having a constant watch on that and making sure we deliver the best and perfect experience to our customers. So always watching out, I guess, those upgrades and ensuring that we have all those in place, especially the security upgrades and stuff.
Makes sense. You do hackathons as well. I think you mentioned that earlier. Your most recent one, I think September. Was it just last month?
Yes, I think it was September or somewhere in the end of August or something like that. But we did one where actually it also ties back to your first question, right? Where I think the winner was this one individual developer who was building this nice chatbot where you could use Tatum APIs to chat about a wallet, right? And now with, I guess, the APIs that we are doing together, the wallet reputation and stuff like that, people can chat about a wallet, like what transactions that wallet has done, and how does it perform, let's say, in terms of trades and stuff like that, especially with the MCP that we have as well. And I think you guys are working on one as well. So
Yeah, we should get a hackathon going. We should, Haskin, we got to do it at some point. We need to get a hackathon going where people tap into the data, right? And start building out some trading agents and some alpha agents and build out some terminals. There's so much we're going to see people do with that here, but it might be time for a hackathon too. What other what other kind of cool products did you see people build during that hackathon?
So I guess like that chatbot product with the kind of like the MCP vibe was the one that I really liked. But apart from that, we always see these one NFT marketplace. So obviously there was this one NFT marketplace as well, which is very interesting, like how NFTs are trending. And I guess as you were talking about it in the start of your stream as well, there's still quite a lot of people building around that use case. So that's something that comes up often as well. There were builders who did this wallet portfolio product, like finding all the assets that you have and stuff like that. People who did these, let's say, simple send app, like where you have, let's say, connect your wallet, you can see how much balances and stuff you have, you can send it to anyone or something, like a very small payment app. So these were some of the interesting things that we definitely saw.
And then you also have, okay, so for the non-devs, you have the ideas. We'll see if I can find it. But on your site, you have a place that people can go find developers. I mean, it's literally a one-stop shop. It is.
Exactly. So we have this Tatum ecosystem that we call it. Basically, here we have all our partners that we are working with, and all the developers are also kind of our partners, right? Because at the end, the goal of Tatum is to make Web3 development as simple as like Web2 development, even if not more simpler than that. And still, I guess, like you need that some kind of understanding on what you're doing, right? So it, like, even though we make it the most simplest, you still need people who understand at least the basics of Web3. So if it is tough to find, we have this place as well where you can find already developers building in this space. So trying to get you everything you would need to get your idea or your Web3 project to reality.
In this space, okay, I'll be honest. I think we're further along than I thought we'd be at this time. Like I still believe where we're going and everything on crypto, like, on blockchain rails. Like I believe that, but we are further along than I thought we would be. It's escalating really quickly. But with that said, do you think right now we have a shortage of developers, or is it tools? Like where are we lacking the most?
I guess that's a pretty interesting question, because like now with all of these LLMs being such smart to help you with the development cycles and stuff like that, right? I think one of the core problems that I would say is going to happen, and I think it's probably one of the biggest now, is around the infra and tooling. Like what you guys do, what we do, and players like us, right? Because I can have ChatGPT write me a code which will, let's say, find me the trending tokens, analyze all its holders, and then give me whether it's a buy or not, right? I can have ChatGPT write that code. But you would need the underlying infra, which would get all that data, right? And that's, I guess, a pretty challenging one, because there you cannot leave your nodes, or you cannot leave your infrastructure in AI's hand to manage it. And maybe like one day, but not now, right? So I would definitely say infra and tooling is still one of the challenging things to crack. And that's where I guess like we have a special moat, I would say, like companies like CryptoSlam and Tatum. But I guess like, yeah, developers are pretty needed as well still in the space. I would not say that we are already at a place where we don't need developers. We need quite a lot of these Web2 developers who are kind of like good at their art but don't understand Web3 to jump in Web3 as well with tools like ours. So
Yeah,
I would say mix of both, but tooling definitely.
Yeah, it's funny because we were looking at just earlier the Mega ETH token pre-sale. There's like $600 million committed to that right now. It's just to show there's a lot of people here with a lot of money that do want to invest in tools and products. And if you're a developer, you should get your ass in here and be building if you're not already. And I just got to keep pointing back to Tatum. If they have it all, this is the spot you come to build your tools. And like I said, the customers are here. They're here.
Yeah, and I mean, like with the Genius Act in US and like PayPal going into this agentic payments with blockchain as well. And I think, if I'm not wrong, SoFi is a listed company in US as well. They are getting into like crypto as well. So there's like quite a lot of adoption in the world right now for blockchain as a technology. So definitely it's something that if I were a developer right now, I would definitely not pass on this. It's something that everyone should be a part of.
Yeah. Shiv, are you seeing a lot of builders from like Web 2 that are coming here and utilizing your tools, or is it mostly like Web 3 natives?
Exactly. We do see quite a lot of Web 2 developers jumping into Web 3 as well and trying these things, because like I can definitely vouch for it, because there's some scenarios where even if we make things so simple like estimating gas and stuff, people still stumble upon like, hey, my transaction is stuck. Well, network dynamics, things change, right? So those things often show us like, yeah, we are onboarding quite a lot of Web 2 devs as well. And I think we are making it quite a lot easier for them actually to do it as well. Still, I think there is always always a feature in your backlog that could add a lot more value to them. But I think, yeah, quite a lot of Web2 devs coming in, and I guess they're finding their way, which is great.
Yeah, that's exciting to hear, to be honest. We were hoping that. We're hoping we're bringing people from the outside in, and it's just kind of increasing. It sounds like it is. Have you guys incorporated X402?
Sorry, I didn't get you on that.
Yeah, that new X402 payment, protocol. It kind of blew up on Twitter here over the past week. It's this it's more for like the agent side. I think anybody can use it, but it's this old 402 HTTP protocol that was revived, and you make these payments over APIs now. You're familiar with that?
Yes, I'm familiar with that, though it's not something that's right now we support, and it's not like kind of something that's very much of a need in our use case at this point. But that's something definitely we can look into, as I guess our MCPs and stuff kind of get a lot more adoption, right? So
That makes sense, because you've probably more directly working with humans, right?
exactly.
So it makes sense. So we're talking probably 5 years out. We'll have the agents coming to Tatum to tap into these things, and they'll pay over 402 then. We'll see. We'll see if it makes it. Where are things heading for you guys? Like, where do you see your guys, kind of products and suite of tools in even just a year out from now, but beyond? And then I'm kind of curious, Pasquin, how it plays into anything we're doing.
Yeah, so I guess like, yeah, what was the question for Pascal?
It's both. Either. Let's do both.
You can go first, Shiv.
Yeah, so I guess just to add, like in the near term, I guess two of the cool things that I would say should be on the lookout is that the gateway product that we are doing, it's Pascal can probably add to it, but I think it has quite a lot of benefits for anyone who is looking to use any RPC node or RPC gateway as we call it. Apart from that, we are actually doing a very cool upgrade on our notifications product, which is basically to get any on-chain alerts, right? Like, let's say if a wallet did a transaction, you don't want to watch the whole chain always, then you can just get a quick alert part of like via a webhook or something like that, right? So we are introducing filters and templates, which are basically like you can filter to get alert only if the wallet did a transaction more than $10,000 or stuff like that, which is filters. You could get it in a specific format, like give me only this piece of data from the blockchain, like who sent this amount to whom and stuff like that. So that upgrade is coming to the notifications product soon as well in this quarter with the gateway launch. So these two are exciting things that I think we'll have very soon.
Yeah. And talking a bit about the RPC gateway, we just wrapping up this week a 2-month pilot where we've been working with the Tatum team in testing out that RPC gateway. And one of the coolest things that I do like about it is the caching layer that allows us to drive our RPC service provisioning costs down, because instead of always making an RPC call, we're actually hitting Tatum's caching layer first for a block or a record before hitting an RPC call. And the beautiful thing about the gateway is it's not dependent upon Tatum's RPC infrastructure. You can bring your own provider into the gateway, and you can provision that provision that gateway up yourself. As many other sources, you can set up the relationship. So whether it's load dependent or it's just on a time schedule, like it's a lot of flexibility with the gateway. I'm really excited for it to be launched, and I'm excited for the pilot to end and for us to now adopt this full time. But with respect to what's next for Tatum and the blockchain notifications, we saw as a strong access point for people to really understand what SlamAI really brings. Our ability to ingest anything that's happening on chain and then building services on top of that data warehouse to unlock and identify, where is the smart money going? Where is the risk? These are fundamental things that SlamAI solves. And as Tatum evolves with blockchain applications, their MCP server tools, and their endpoint suite, SlamAI is going to build and grow and support them further. One of the greatest, I'd say, elements to this overall integration is that Tatum's ecosystem is filled with Web2 professionals. And we've been primarily focused on Web3 in the virtual space, and with other partners we've been working with in the last 5 years, from NFTs to anything across on chain. But now we have a strong partner that has the reputation of the Web2 professionals that are trying to get into Web3. And it marries well with our intelligence, because what we do is we simplify what's on chain to make it understandable. The research that typically took days, weeks, months, sometimes for people in the past, we've all been there in 2022, trying to find out where's the next lead. That's now become simplified through SlamAI, and the integration with Tatum. It's just so much potential, and we have a lot of cool tools and endpoints coming up that we're happy to launch. Really, really excited.
Exactly as you said, Pascal. I guess so. People use like CryptoSlam's like awesome APIs to figure out wallet's reputation and stuff like that, find the best wallet, and then using notifications to listen to all their events and things like that. So definitely some cool cases there.
And that's 25% of actually the data we have. 20 to 25%. We've barely unlocked all of the intelligence. But we'll get there, though.
I got to sneak in a question then, because that's, well, so when you mention the notifications, that's probably the number one thing I hear people ask for. Around our data, especially, right? It's they see the wallet insights, they see they see the wallet DNA, and they want to know when certain people are trading or X amount, or right? They need those notifications. So if those notifications come through this gateway, is it something they tap into through some kind of interface? Like, how would somebody like me actually access that and use those notifications?
Exactly. So I would just first answer your question in the most simplest way, but then I'll go to the tech part of it as well, right? So I think right now you can just go to the dashboard.tatum.io, and you can just quickly enter there the chain that you're looking for. We support quite a lot of EVM chains and quite a lot of non-EVM chains as well, like UTXO chains like Bitcoin and stuff like that. And pick your chain, tell us the wallet that you are interested in tracking, and as soon as they do something, we'll send you a webhook. Now, there's plans that we want to integrate this with other tools as well. Like, let's say you can get this notifications to your own Discord channel, or maybe to your Slack or to your Telegram and stuff like that. But that's something that we'll still get to. Now, what makes this super cool, I guess, with our notifications product is because of our gateway, right, which is super fast. I think these on-chain events are fetched super fast as well. So there is like very, very small to none delay when you get this notification when a wallet does a transaction, right? Because when you're copying a wallet, or when you are interested in some wallet specific trades, you want it to be instant, right? Like they just bought something, you should do it immediately in the same or next second. You don't want a delay there. So that's what I think our gateway, together with our notification locks as well. And I think, as Paskin just said, right, the cache layer that we have here, which is a key to this as well, because basically when we are caching the tip of the node, we are serving a lot of our clients' requests just from this cache, which is super fast, cheap, as Paskin said, and also it reduces the load on the node, right? So we can ensure the performance optimization there. So these things would together make the notifications much faster experience for you. And you don't have to be developer, by the way, to use this. You can still go to a dashboard and use the dashboard UI.
That's the magic words right there. For me, I know this, the devs are out there, but no, that's awesome. That's super spicy. Pascal, I know you got a boogie. You probably got a meeting here. Any final words from either of you guys? Otherwise, I'm going to throw socials up, make sure people are following along here.
Yeah. I'd say if you're looking for any kind of service visioning in the RPC gateway sphere, I'd say check out Tatum. There are a lot of strong partners that we've looked through the years, but there's not been a stronger relationship we've been able to foster than we've had through Tatum. And it's allowed us to blossom in the last 5 months, and there's a lot of great potential in the near future. They're here to help, they're here to build, they're here to collab. I'd say definitely look at Tatum if you're looking for RP service visioning for sure.
Exactly, and I think as you almost covered it for us, I would just add, like, if you're looking for the fastest node, definitely look at Tatum. If you're looking for the best data, look at Tatum. But if you're looking at these innovative endpoints, like to find, let's say, insights about wallet, finds insight about trades that people have been doing, trending stuff like trending tokens and more, look at Tatum and CryptoSlam as well together, I guess, because we are obviously working together here. So
100%. We're real time, and Tatum's a big part of that.
exactly.
You boys are cooking. Well, there you go, guys. Follow, or you can head to tatum.io to look at all their products and subscribe and get access to some of their plans. Follow them at Tatum_IO over on X. Here's Shiv right here. I'm going to drop all these in the chat at the very end, but here's Shiv. Give him a follow too. And then finally, follow SlamAI_XYZ. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Awesome builder. Shiv, come back whenever, dude. Anytime product updates, you want to come and just give us some announcements. Open door here always, man.
We'll let you know.
We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 9 a.m. Eastern over on CryptoSlam. Goodbye.
Thank you for having me. Have a
All right,
great day.
guys.
Sir. Peace.